My name is Richard Ramakers. I'm CEO at O11 Biomedical, and at O11 Biomedical, all is about COPD, a well-known lung disease. And you have two big functions of the lungs: getting oxygen in the body, but more important, getting carbon dioxide out of the body. And if you have COPD, you don't have enough ventilation. Carbon dioxide starts to build up in your body, and that poisons you and that kills COPD patients. And there are no drugs available to treat this condition. There's one treatment, that's mechanical ventilation. 6 hours per day, you are connected to a mechanical pump, and that inflates you and deflates you for 6 hours per day. Then you have to recover from the treatment, and your CO2 starts to rise again. So we thought, why put extra strain on the already diseased lungs? Isn't there another way to get rid of the CO2? And actually there is. We've got another organ with a very large surface, very good blood perfusion, and designed to exchange molecules between the blood and the intestinal fluid. And that's the gut. And I'm going to explain you in a few seconds what we do. Here's the actual stuff. This is it. We designed a microparticle. We put that in a glass of water, stir it for a few seconds, and then we have a suspension, and we drink the suspension. And these particles, they just travel through the intestines. They're not metabolized, not absorbed, nothing of a kind. They just travel to the intestines. But what they do is they absorb CO2 from the environment, from the intestinal fluid. That means I lower the pressure CO2, the CO2 pressure in the intestinal fluid. In the blood, it's still high pressure. And then it's simple physics. The CO2 just dissipates from the blood into the intestinal fluid, where we keep absorbing it, and you get just rid of your CO2 via defecation. And that works really well. I'll show you in the next picture. We make the particles ourselves. This is our GMP plant in Aachen. And we've got 5 patent families around these particles in full ownership. Does it work? We had to develop a hypercapnic animal model. It's not so easy, but we succeeded in a large animal, in a pig, 60 kilos. And what we're showing here is the level of carbon dioxide in the blood. That's the value the physician looks at. And this is the first group of pigs that were treated with a placebo. Over 24 hours, you see nothing happened to the PCO2. They stayed hypercapnic. They had a too high level. But this is the group of pigs we treated with 3 glasses of our suspension, and we were able to lower the PCO2 with 8 millimeter mercury. And to put that in perspective, the non-invasive ventilation, we know this from literature, is able to do 4 millimeter mercury within its first 24 hours. And that's a spectacular result. So if we compare ourselves with state-of-the-art, we cannot compare with other drugs because there are none. We have to compare with this ventilation, which is effective but comes with a high price. It's a very high burden on the patient. The sweet spot up there, you won't be surprised, that's our spot. We just have a simple drink. You drink it and you forget it. It removes carbon dioxide in the intestine without you even noticing. And with that, we also expect a much higher patient compliance, which is especially important with COPD patients because that prevents hospitalizations. We're not the only one with this opinion. We've got many key opinion leaders behind us that want to do the clinical trials with us. Here are a few. A little bit on the market. We cannot heal COPD patients. We've got a lot of them, over 40 million patients worldwide with severe COPD, not the COPD patients. These are the patients that would need our treatment. These patients, many of them, have a severe need. They are grasping for breath constantly. And if they start with our treatment, they need a daily, lifelong. It's a chronic treatment. That's not, of course, it's a pity for the patients, but business-wise, this means we're talking a multi-billion market here. We had it calculated for the 7 major markets, and then we reached for these markets a 2.8 billion market. So where are we now? We finished our preclinic, it's all done, and we're now in the phase of raising our Series A, and with that we will go into phase 1 with the first humans. And we're not starting with the phase with raising. We're in late stage, and we've got a lot of money on the table, and we're looking for a last cornerstone, especially for a specialized venture capital firm with a strong network in the pharma world. Data room is open, and we expect closing within the next few months. I'm not doing that alone. I've got quite a great team around me with experienced pharma experts and engineers, myself, and two physicians that push the project along. And I'm happy to take any of your questions.